Hey again, Team Human. Sunshine here. Cat is. Ooh, where is Cat? Oh no, she's somewhere nearby. Um, I have to tell you a story about giraffes. They're extraordinary creatures, of course. Wonder why they're so tall? Maybe because they're hungry and there are acacia trees nearby. So they do munch. I hope they have many more acacias near them. So I not only worked at Brookfield Zoo, I also worked at Fossil Run Wildlife Center, and I'm grateful I was there in some ways. But one of my jobs was to find donor people, which they do not come out of the woodwork. They're not just sort of lying around. So one of my jobs was to get them in the Land. It was a Range Rover, which did not belong to me. It belonged to the owners. And thank you guys. So off we set. And the sunroof was open because this is Texas, people, and it gets a little nippy. So anyway, find donors, good. Well, I didn't find them, but I was there to give them a tour of the wildlife center, which I did, of course. I was happy to do that sort of thing. And so we're driving around, and they're like, "Ooh, isn't this a great place?" Which it was, and I presume it still is today. Anyway. So we'd set off. They were being, quite pleased to be there, and I was quite pleased to drive them around. I was driving, and the Range Rover, and so we get to spot X, and guess who came up to the Range Rover? A bull giraffe. Great big older bull giraffe. I have no idea how old he actually was, and sadly do not remember his name. So we're sitting there, and the donor's like, "Oh wow, isn't this fun?" And then guess what that goddamn giraffe did? He stuck his head all the way, and giraffes have horns, by the way. They don't look like rhino horns, or anyway. And boom! I said, no, this is not going. You're not going to munch the donors. So I said, what? This happens in a split second, by the way. It's not like I sat back and thought about it beforehand. I went boom right on his little nose. Well, it was a great big nose. And he said, "Okay, got the picture," and pulled his head out of the Range Rover. It was a wonderful day. Loves to all.